So today we are talking about AI for realtors. And the goal is to empower yourself with, the incredible potential of AI technology. And I truly think this is the whole AI movement is, you can compare it to when the internet became a thing, so it's pretty crazy. It's really hard to really dissect what's going on and explain the shifts that's happening in the world right now, but it's slowly going to become a part of everything, and it's at its infancy right now. So getting familiar with this sooner than later is going to be a great investment. Okay. And also feel free to, of course, unmute, put anything in the chat if you've had any experiences with AI. If you know absolutely nothing about AI, there is no dumb questions at all. I'll be, of course, sharing my screen here and showing you guys a few things you can utilize AI for. But by no means I will be able to cover every single thing it can do, because again, it's the potential with AI is it's infinite, and AI is only as good as what you ask it. Okay, and we're gonna get into that pretty soon. But what is AI? Okay, I have a funny thing is a lot of the material you're going to see on this presentation, ironically, is generated by AI, which is really cool. So you are able to create presentations out of AI. You can, do a whole bunch of things, but AI is helping me on a day-to-day basis at this point to do pretty much all of the tasks I do on a daily basis. So it's there's multiple versions. We all know what artificial intelligence means, but in today's lingo, when you hear AI, it's more so these uh, conversational softwares that you can ask anything to. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and read this. It sums it up pretty nicely. So AI software like ChatGPT, which is also a key term I'm sure a lot of us have heard, it's a program that talks like a human and answers questions. It learns from lots of information and uses that knowledge to respond to you. Okay, so that knowledge is pretty much anything that's available on the internet. And I think the knowledge of the artificial intelligence available now on ChatGPT is as of May 12th or May 14th. So, but remember, yes, AI is not a real person. It's just a smart computer program. It's not going to know everything. So AI is very good at pulling information from, the interwebs, what's already there as of May 14th. It's going to be extremely smart because there's pretty much anything you can imagine on the internet. However, it's not going to be very good at giving you, current questions that involve current events. You can't ask it what's going on in the news today because its knowledge base is capped at, the May 14 mark. But it's going to be very good at giving you, I don't want to say general information, it's going to be good at giving you that and a little bit more. And as we actually get to using it in the meeting here, you'll hopefully see what I mean by that. But all in all, it cannot give you current information because its knowledge base is capped at, that May 14 mark. Okay, so that is what AI is. Just a smart computer program that pulls information from the whole internet. So pretty much anything you ask, there's a website for it. There's the information on there, and it's very good at compiling all that information and then giving it to you as if you were talking to a very wise and smart person. Okay, so that is what AI in today's terms mean. It's specifically ChatGPT. Okay, any questions so far? I hope I didn't lose you guys with all the semi jargon here. All right, looks like we're doing good so far. Okay, so how does AI work? I already went through that. So yeah, it basically takes your prompt and then just finds information online and compiles it for you in a human-like manner, a very articulate manner, and we'll get to using it. So that's how AI works. Okay, so what are practical uses in the real estate world? So how can you actually utilize this software to benefit you when it comes to real estate? Because in real estate, there's multiple avenues that we deal with on a on a consistent basis. You want to be able to generate leads. You want to be able to maybe follow up with leads. You want to keep up with content creation to put yourself out there. You want to come up with maybe marketing campaigns to yield certain results with different demographics or different types of leads. So there's so many things that we have to organize and build and really think through as real estate agents. And all of these, there's something in all of these different avenues that you can use AI for. Okay, so this is one of the examples, and we're gonna go through a few examples here, and I will open up ChatGPT on my web browser here, and we will actually put in some prompts so we can see how this whole thing works. So one thing you can use AI for is to generate content for social media and online marketing, purposes. So that could be, blog articles. You can have it, create market reports for you, things of that nature. Okay, so AI is able to, the specific program we're going to use, ChatGPT, is not able to create images, but there are other AI softwares out there that can create images for you. Canva is one of them that I use a lot. But we're going to focus on the text-based capabilities of AI. So the website to get here, let me actually copy this and put it in the chat here. So for those of you guys who want to try this out. So the website is chat.openai.com. Okay, the website is in the chat. So by going here, you'll be able to create a free account, and this is free, by the way. You'll be able to create a free account through which you'll be able to utilize this software. There is a paid version, but for most people, I would not say it's worth it to make the upgrade. But the paid version has some extra features. It's more, for lack of a better word, it's more human-like. It's going to be more reasonable, more creative, and it won't be so robotic, even though it's already not that way in the first place in the free version. Okay, so once you go to chat.openai.com, you will be able to access this chat box, okay, called ChatGPT. And again, the account is absolutely free. Okay, so you're going to get a text box at the bottom of the website right here. It'll say send a message. So this is where all of the magic happens. So think of this search box right here as, maybe you texting someone, a very smart person. You can ask it pretty much any questions. Just make sure it's nothing, like I said before, nothing happening in the current world, nothing current events related, nothing that's going on in the news. It won't be able to see what homes are on the market because obviously it's not plugged into live data. This is just information as of, actually it's May 24th, sorry. So it says right here at the bottom. Okay, and it says so down here, free research preview, ChatGPT may produce inaccurate information about people, places, or facts. And always keep this date in mind, whatever it says down there. And because this is an algorithm, obviously whatever it outputs, you want to proofread it. Don't just take it and think of it as factual information. Although most of the time, I want to say a good 90% of the time, it's going to give you accurate information. But always make sure that what it's giving you sounds legit. Do your own little research on the side and just make sure the information is correct, and that will cover your bases. Okay. So this is what the program looks like. So we want to, uh, as a first example, have AI help us generate, content for social media or our website maybe, or post blog articles or newsletters and whatnot. So something that AI is going to be really good at is not only giving you inspiration, like maybe ideas of things to post about, but it's also able to break those down into actionable steps. So here goes, an example, and this is totally unscripted, so my prompts are going to be not the best. But again, whatever you feed the AI, that's your response is only going to be as good as how detailed your question is. So a lot of people struggle with things to post on social media as real estate agents. So we're going to ask AI to give us some ideas as far as what I should be posting on social media as a real estate agent to help me generate leads. Okay, and we can word it like this. There's no specific format. Just talk to it as if you were talking to a person, but be very detailed with your prompt. So let's say I'm a real estate agent. I would like to start branding myself on social media. I'm not sure what kind of content to post. Please give me some content ideas I can post on my Instagram and Facebook to help me generate some leads. Okay. So this is just an example I'm showing you guys. So I'm a real estate agent. I would like to start branding myself on social media. I'm not sure what to post. Give me some ideas for my Instagram and Facebook to help me generate leads and build an online following. Let's add that. All right. So I'm going to push the green button, or you can also push enter, and then it's going to start getting to work. Okay, it's been a little bit slow today. Hopefully we can get this to work. It's gonna load for a bit here. So it's gonna act as a chat feature. So I'm gonna type to it, it's gonna reply, and I can, reply based on that text also, and it's a back and forth communication, if you will. Let me see here. I don't have any questions so far. So while it's loading here, I do want to preface that this app is also available on your phone, whether you're using an Android or a Apple device. You are able to download the ChatGPT app. Okay, let me actually go ahead and refresh the page here. It's taking a little bit longer than I want. I'm gonna copy my prompt, and let's go ahead and refresh the page. All right, and then we're gonna paste our question again, enter. There we go. Maybe I just needed to refresh the page. All right, so I'm gonna zoom into this a little bit so we can all see. Let me put myself in the corner here. All right, so here's our prompt or our question to the AI, and here is its answer. Okay, creating a strong social media presence is a great strategy for agents. Here are some content ideas you can post on Instagram and Facebook to promote your brand and attract potential clients. So it understands what I've asked, and it reiterated that before giving us the results. It's very smart. in the way it answers questions. So here goes all of the different ideas. So it says we can maybe showcase our current listings with high quality photos and videos. Everyone does that. We know about, people who do that. We could do virtual tours. We could do testimonials, share success stories and testimonials from satisfied clients. Um, Tips for buyers and sellers. These are great ideas. Community highlights. We can showcase neighborhoods and communities we serve. We can share photos and stories. This is actually a very good idea. Um, Showcase attractions, school parks, and amenities. Behind the scenes, give your audience a glimpse into your day-to-day life as a real estate agent. This is also a very, very good idea because we don't. Everyone has content strategies as far as how they advertise or market themselves online, and sometimes it's nice to show people the behind the scenes and build a better connection with your followers. So it doesn't always have to be about real estate, real estate, real estate. You can take a step back and have people view another angle. So I really like this idea also. Market updates, that's a generic one that everyone can do. Q&A sessions, these are very good ideas actually. Collaborations with local businesses, educational content. So just like that, I generated all of this information for me for free, and that was very easy. I just asked it a simple question and it gave me that simple prompt, that simple result. So again, the results you get are going to be as good as the question you ask it. So had I been more specific with the prompt I put in, I would have gotten a more specific, tailored result. Okay, so we have all of these ideas. Obviously, we can't do them all at once. So let's say maybe we wanted to, let's choose one of these here. Maybe we wanted to do some community highlights. Okay, I really like that idea. Also the number 6. So you don't have to re-ask the whole prompt again. Whatever you ask AI after it gives you a result, it's smart enough to know that you may be talking about something it already said. So what I mean by that is, okay, let's say we want a concrete plan of action as far as doing number 5. We're interested in doing community highlights, showcasing the neighborhoods we serve and all of the great stories within the neighborhood. But how do we do that? Maybe we need more guidance. We need more, actionable steps to make this happen. So here I'm going to go back to the chat box down here, and I'm going to ask AI just that. Okay. I'm gonna say I really like number 5. Please give me a step-by-step plan to, I don't know, make this happen. Okay, my English is not there today. So I'm just gonna do, I really like number 5. Please give me a step-by-step plan to make it happen, I guess. Let's see what it says. And just like that, instantly, it's going to get to work. Oops, looks like we got some people joining us. So just like that, it's giving me step-by-step instructions as far as how to exactly make this happen. So we can identify our target neighborhoods. You could choose Torrance, Lomita, Hawthorne, Lawndale, and choose specific neighborhoods within those cities that you may like, or just do the whole city altogether. And it gives me detailed information as far as determining the specific neighborhoods and communities we want to focus on. We can gather information about each neighborhood as far as the demographics, schools, parks, local, events. These are all information that is public to all of us. And with the MLS and with, other programs we get through our local associations and maybe just a quick Google search, we can get a lot of this information and be very well informed on the specific locations we want to target. Okay, and number 3, of course, you have to make the content. So you could do videos, you could do photos, you can write about it. So we can visit the neighborhoods, take high quality photos and videos like it says. And out of that, we can create engaging posts, use your visual contents to create engaging posts that highlight different aspects of each neighborhood. Okay, we can craft neighborhood stories. These are very, very good ideas to, um, you know, actually do. I'm not seeing any realtors actually do this like it's detailing right now. So this is a very good idea. We can educate about the local lifestyle, encourage engagement, of course, on social media, utilizing hashtags and geotags, collaborating with local influencers and residents of the area, and of course, consistency and analytics. Okay, everything you do, you want to be consistent at it. So just like that, and this could have happened in the span of 30 seconds. I just told it, hey, I'm an agent. I want to brand myself online. I need content ideas for my Instagram and Facebook accounts. It gave me a bunch of them, and I really liked one of them, and I just told it just that, and I wanted it to give me a step-by-step detailed guide as far as how to make it happen. And just like that, in seconds, it gave me a game plan. Okay, you can go even crazier with this, and you can ask it to make you maybe a daily plan, a weekly plan, something you can do each and every day to, really make it actionable and give you very detailed and fine step-by-step instructions on how to make that happen. Okay, so this is just one example out of an infinite amount of examples you can use AI for. So do we have any questions on what I did so far at all? Anything, any shares, comments? Anyone?
Not a question, but this is a
Yeah.
really cool app.
Yes, it sure is. I agree with you. I agree
Yeah.
with you. So have you heard about the app before?
I kind of have heard it. I've here and there. I think in this group, but this is the first time I see it, and so I'm like, what is this AI chat
Yes.
thingy? And so thank you for showing us.
Absolutely, absolutely. So remember, this is free. You can download this, bookmark it on your browser. It's on the App Store and the Google Play Store. Just create a free account and you can start, interacting with it and getting inspiration for content and have it, give you step-by-step goals and whatnot. This is just a tiny fraction of what you can do with this. Okay, so I'm glad I was able to show this to you. Does anyone else have any shares, questions, or wonders if we can get it to make pizza for us, maybe?
Can you use something like if you just got a 3 bedroom, 2 bath house and to put like the description or something?
Absolutely. So, do you mean in terms of you have a listing maybe, and it's 2 bed, 2 bath, and you want it to give you some?
Coming soon. It's a coming soon, and it's a 3 bedroom, 1 and 3/4 bath, and like what is the
Okay, absolutely. So check this out. So what you can tell AI is exactly just that. Talk to it as if it was a person. I have an upcoming listing. Um, what city is it? We'll use your example. What city could it be?
Long Beach, and it's
Okay.
a coming soon.
Okay, in Long Beach. Let's get rid of this. It's a 2 bed and 2 bath.
3 beds.
Oh, 3 beds. 3 bed, 2 bath house. The more details you give this, the better it's going to create a more colorful, prompt. So I'm just gonna be a little creative as for the sake of showing you what it can do. And I invite you to obviously go back and play around with it for the upcoming listing. But you can say something like this: I have an upcoming listing in Long Beach. It's a 3 bed and 2 bath house. Let's say I want to list it for let's say $780,000. Okay.
It's 675, but that's okay.
All right, let's do 675K. Okay. So we have a 3-bed, 2-bath house in Long Beach. We want to list it for $675. It looks amazing inside. You could go to town with this, you know, talk to it as if it was a person. It's a Spanish style home. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you get the point. So you give it all the details you want. And let's say now I wanted to create a description for when I put it on the MLS. So I can do, can you create an eye-catching description, if I can even say that, for the property to help me sell it. Okay, this is a terrible prompt. Okay, your English is probably better than mine. So you could give it something like this, press enter, and it says absolutely. Here's an eye-catching description for your upcoming listing in Long Beach, a stunning Spanish style home. So just like this, it put emojis in there. You can tell it to rewrite it without, but just like that, you already have, you know, your thing written out for you. 3-bed, 2-bath. It even added the little bed and bath emoji with the $sign. And it sounds really nice. Okay, step into a world of timeless elegance and embrace the charm of this remarkable residence. I already want to buy this house, guys. This is amazing. So you can have it write things like this. Let's say you don't like the tone of this, okay? And maybe you don't like the emojis. Again, you can talk to it like a person. Just say, I don't like the emojis. Please remove them. And also rewrite it in a more formal tone, okay? So I don't want to be too playful with the style of the text. So I'm gonna respond with this. And here is the description without the emojis, and already it sounds less extra. So just like that, it wrote us you know, another description for the property. And you can break this down into multiple pieces, if you will. So check out what I'm going to do with this. So let's say we have this property. It's coming on the market very soon. We have a description for the MLS. But once you plug it in there, you shouldn't stop there. You should also maybe post this on Instagram. You should maybe post it on Facebook. You should maybe send out a mass email to all the people in your database to let them know that, hey, I have this listing coming up. Go ahead and check it out by clicking this link. Okay, so let's do the latter example here. So when you have a listing, you want to let everyone know about it. So let's say we want to email everyone in our KV Core CRM, for example. So I can say, I have a CRM database called KV Core. It doesn't need this information, but oh well. I need to notify all the people in there that I have this listing hitting the market soon. Please write me a very nice email to let them know. And you can get fancy with it. You can tell them, you can tell it my name is Maricela, okay? And you can have, you know, my number is 555-555-5555. My email is mary123@gmail.com. And you can also tell it, maybe you're gonna have an open house, you know, on the next weekend. Also, let them know I'm hosting an open house this upcoming weekend. Okay, I could go forever and just talk to this like it was Frank. So I'm going to ask it this, and just like that, it should, if it doesn't lag again, let me copy this just in case. My internet is not treating me very nicely today, so it might slow down a bit. Let's see. All right, let me go ahead and refresh the page so we can see this in action. All right. It's also going to remember all your past prompts, okay, or all your past chats. So if you notice on the left-hand side here, these are different conversations that have started with AI, and you can always go back to previous ones. So that's what this sidebar is right here. Okay, it's in chronological order, so the latest chat you've done will always be at the top. And I can scroll back and look at all this stuff. Okay, so let me paste this in again, and let's continue our prompt. There it goes. And yeah, it's writing a pretty detailed email. And check this out. It's gonna have a subject for us: exclusive listing announcement and open house invitation. Your dream home awaits. Dear, whatever the person's name is, and it basically writes the whole thing for you. This was done in seconds. This can save you so much time. Doesn't just have to be emails. You can have it do a text. You can have it, write a description for your open house flyer. So the whole thing speaks for itself. This would probably be too long. I'll say, hey, make it shorter. You could just say that, and it will rewrite it for you and make it much shorter, just like this. Okay, how amazing is that? So there you go. You have your description for your property, which is pretty cool. Any questions on that or any comments, anyone?
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it really, really, really is. All right. Anyone else has a challenge or an idea or a comment or a question? Alrighty. So this is just one aspect of what you can do with AI, okay? So we've had it give us a social media game plan. We've had it create a description for our listing. We've had it create an email for that listing that we can send out to people, and also made it an open house invitation thing too at the same time. And as you can see, you can talk to this thing, and I really want to stress that because I see a lot of people trying to be very careful with their prompts or trying to make it sound a certain way as if they're typing in a Google search. Again, you can talk to this thing like it was a person. That's what the software is designed for. So, and you saw how terribly, I expressed myself to it, but it understood exactly what I, wanted. And if it does something you don't like, you can always reply to it and say, make these tweaks, make these changes, make it sound this way. You can give it some information, maybe your contact info, so it could plug all of that information within the result of the prompt, okay? The result you get is gonna be as good as the question you ask it, okay? So this is just one aspect of what you can utilize ChatGPT for. Okay, so all of everything we just did right now would fit under, generating some content and, marketing ourselves online, which is 90% of what you're going to be utilizing this thing for anyway. But we also can create smart campaigns. We can create email follow-ups. Okay. Yes, Alton. We can make the Spanish. I need to do that actually. So I'm going back here and we're going to take this email. There's a question from Alton in the chat. Can we tell it to make this, turn this whole thing in Spanish? I could just come back here. I don't have to rewrite the whole prompt. It already knows the conversation we have going on. I can say, I have some Spanish speakers in my database. Please write this email in Spanish also for them. Okay, and I'm just gonna say just that, and it should, there we go. I don't know what it's saying, but I can read Spanish, but I don't know what it means. But I'm sure, yeah, that's your email for you. I didn't know you spoke Spanish, Alton, but There you go. You can do it in Spanish. And you don't have to stop at Spanish. You could do French, you could do German, you could do Chinese, you could do anything, you know. Write it. Let's try Chinese real quick. Right. I think so, at least. I never tried Chinese. Write it in Chinese. So if you have some clients who speak Chinese, you can, well, there you go. So language is not a barrier anymore. You can market to every single person. And the cool, yeah. And if you send them, an email and they reply to you in Chinese, well, guess what you could do? Come back to ChatGPT, plug in their email, and tell ChatGPT to translate this back to you in, English or Spanish, and you know exactly what's going on. So you have Google Translate, but you can also do it here. Okay. Awesome. Thank you for the question. Anyone else has any questions? All questions welcome. All right. I think we're looking good. Okay. So, so as I was saying, we can also do, a very important aspect of generating leads or converting leads into clients is doing smart campaigns or email follow-ups. You can have a bunch of people in your database, but if you don't have the correct marketing tactics, or the if you don't follow up consistently, or if you're not giving them any type of value, not only can those people maybe unsubscribe from your mailing list, from them not even remembering how they got on that list, but if you don't have a game plan, your chances of converting the leads in your database might be lower than they should be. So having some type of consistent plans, game plan, course of action, what kind of emails are you sending, what type of leads are they? By figuring these things out, you can create a string of different actions, whether that's text messages, emails, calls, tasks. You can create a string of different actions to make sure those leads in your database are nurtured. Okay. And that's where smart campaigns come in. So that's a big feature. I would say that's the most important feature of any CRM, KV Core included. The whole goal is to have the system basically act as an assistant for you, if you will. You want KV Core to keep pushing content out there on your behalf. You want to automate things. You want to free your time so that you can focus on generating more leads, plug them into the system, and have your CRM follow up with them, communicate with them, keep track of their preferences and your notes, and all of that fun stuff. But if you have a CRM and you're not doing any of that, you're not taking advantage of the potential that's locked in within all of your leads, because everyone in your database, whether you know them or not, even if they're not trying to buy or sell at the moment, not only would you not know if you're not communicating to them, but they might know someone that knows someone that's looking to buy. So just that interaction in itself, by you sending an email, it could be a market report, it could be advice, it could be a tip, it could be just a reminder that hey, these are the great restaurants in this spot. It could be anything. The whole goal is to stay top of mind as real estate agents, because I forgot what the statistic was. I think in the United States, any given person over their lifespan I think they'll move 12 times. So anyone is going to be a lead at some point, and you want to be the person they think of most of those 12 times. Okay, so that you have an opportunity to provide them with all of the value you bring as a real estate agent, by helping them find that place or sell that place so that they can buy another place, upsize, downsize, and whatnot. So there's no better way to stay top of mind than smart campaigns, because you don't have to remember to follow up with people. You set it, you create it, you set it in motion, and it does its thing for you. Now, KV Core already has smart campaigns. They're pretty generic. They're not anything super fancy, But even most people have opportunities, even just applying those. But you can go a step further and create your own. You can go a step further and create your own campaigns using AI. Okay, so the important thing here is you want leveraging AI, since it's going to be very easy to come up with material to send out. You want to make sure you create the right campaign for the right lead so that it has maximum, impact. You don't want to send buyer material to sellers. You don't want to sell, you don't want to send seller materials to buyer. You don't want to group everyone in the same bucket. Yes, it'll help people remember that you're an agent, but to go that step further and provide as much value as possible, you want to give them something that they might be able to utilize or find value out of. So you can use AI here. So let's say we have a group of buyers in our database. Okay, it could be sphere of influence or not. It could be from a cold call list. Maybe your title rep gave you a list of people within a farm. So you can come in here on the AI software, and you can tell it to create you a detailed campaign for that specific demographic. So let's choose buyers, for instance. Maybe we have a list of buyers in the city of Hawthorne. Okay, and I would like to market to them on a consistent basis, but I don't want to remember to create a whole new email every single week or every single month, however whatever my frequency is. So we can come in here and I can say I have a list of buyers in the city of what did I say, Hawthorne. I hope this is how you spell Hawthorne. I have a list of buyers in the city of Hawthorne, and I would like to be top of mind when they think of buying. Of course, because they're buyers. When they think of buying real estate. Okay. Please create a marketing campaign for me so that I can nurture these leads for this quarter. Let's say we want this campaign to span a whole quarter. Okay. What else can we tell it? Oops. Okay. By the way, there's an AI in the the meeting right now that also listens to the meetings and then sends me a spread, a note as far as what we talked about, which is really cool. So I'll be able to send you guys a summary of what we talked about just from the AI within Zoom, knowing what the Zoom is about and summarizing it into bullet points, which is really cool. So please create a marketing campaign for me so that I can nurture these leads for this quarter. I want the campaign to be comprised of emails and text messages. Okay, let's give it our information so we can be sure to include that within the marketing campaign. My name is Kane. My DRE number is 0212345667. My email is hello@com, and my number is okay. So I'm telling AI to create a campaign for me for a list of buyers in the city of Hawthorne. I want the campaign to nurture these leads for a whole quarter, and I only want emails and text messages in this smart campaign. Okay, and I've given it my information also so that it can use that in the actual campaign. So I'm going to submit this prompt and we'll see what it gives. Okay, sometimes you'll have to play around with the prompts because it won't give you exactly what you want if you don't specify what you need. But looks like I did a good job of being very specific with what I wanted. So let me zoom into this so we can read this together. So it says, certainly Kane, here's a marketing campaign comprising of emails and text messages to nurture your leads in Hawthorne. Okay. Oops. So we have email 1, your dream home awaits in Hawthorne. And then it wrote me a whole email that I can send out on maybe day 1. And then if we scroll down, it even has, a little email signature built for me with my last name, DRE number, my phone number, my email, and an email 2. This is a follow-up. Exclusive listings in Hawthorne, act fast. And then hide the buyer's name. It's going to have, a bunch of stuff in there for them to read and then gain value out of. And then we have a text message also. Hey, buyer's name, this is Kane, your local real estate expert in Hawthorne. And then it's just gonna keep going. And yeah, check this out. I didn't even give it my website, so I could have provided that also, and it could have played around with that and had people go to my website. Okay, so I can say keep going. Okay, and then it's gonna keep going. So email 3, and it's gonna keep going. See, it has all of the information for the buyers. Text message 2, and I can do this forever. I can just keep going, and it will keep generating more and more template for me to nurture these leads. And this is extremely easy. All you would have to do is just come back in here, make sure to read, make sure it sounds like you, make sure the information in there is, accurate, because one thing you don't want to do is just copy the information here, plug it into your database, send it out to a bunch of people just for them to respond or call you up, and you have no idea what they're talking about. So please read everything that the AI generates. Make sure the information is accurate. It's not going to be good at current information. You can't ask it what the current interest rates are, for example, or how many homes are currently listed in Beverly Hills. So it's not going to be good with current events. But as you see, we have plenty of material here we can just utilize to just nurture our leads within KV Core. Okay, and I've made I know we just hit the hour mark. I've made plenty of videos showing what the process looks like as far as creating smart campaigns on KV Core. So you can add your own campaign and plug these in, one by one. You can start the campaign and it will automatically know when to send these out to the people you apply the campaign to. And you can just sit back, relax, and have these go out and just have people reach back out to you. Well, not relax. You still want to do some work and get more leads into the system. But yeah, so this is something else you can use AI for. Any questions on what I did so far or comments?
It's a beautiful thing. I love it.
Awesome. Me too, Alton. Thank you. But yeah, there you go. You can create an infinite amount of campaigns and really use this to your advantage. Okay. So this is just another use case for AI. Third thing I had, of course, we can create blog articles. We can create newsletters. It's going to be the same process. I'll just do one last prompt. I could say, write to me a blog article about the benefits of home ownership. Okay, very broad. I didn't say anything specific, but just like that, it's writing a whole blog for me. Okay, which is pretty awesome. Because before AI, you would have to sit down, think about what you need to write about, and actually start writing it, spend hours maybe trying to perfect it. But here, it gives you an instant, some material to instantly start working with, tweaking, and inspiration is no longer something that you need to wait for. You could just go ahead and grab it from AI and get the ball rolling. So you can have it do blog articles. I can tell it to turn this into a newsletter that I can maybe send out to all of my leads. And then it's going to do just that. And now it's a newsletter. Okay, so that's pretty cool. And I think that was the three things I wanted to mention. Do we have any questions on any of that I just did? Or anything you want to use it for maybe and you're not sure if you can? Awesome.
Would there be a point where we could see how to do some visuals and connect it with the words? Like a flyer?
So basically build flyers with AI content. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, something like that. Just to bring it out to some visuals.
Absolutely. I do plan on having maybe one a Tech Tuesday where it's only dedicated to maybe creating postcards, flyers and door hangers where you can have AI write, the content that needs to be on there. There are AIs that will do the whole thing for you. It'll create the image for you. It'll put the text on there. Those are a tad bit more complex to work with. But as far as entry level AI systems, this is going to be, the easiest thing to start getting into. So there are plenty of apps like Canva, or Photoshop is a bit more extreme, but Canva has plenty of templates for you to use, and you can come into ChatGPT here, have it write the information you want on the flyer, and all you would have to do is just copy this and then just paste it onto the flyer and save it. But I will have meetings where I show you guys how to utilize it in those circumstances. Okay.
Very good.
Absolutely. So yeah, remember AI is a tool. You don't want to solely rely on using AI. It's not going to be optimized for a lot of different things, but already you can see how powerful this can be, how much time you can save with this. And at the end of the day, knowledge is good, but if you don't utilize it, it's worth nothing. Okay, so make sure not only do you use it, but be consistent at whatever you do with it. Okay, because you won't see results the first time you do anything. It's going to be an overtime thing, and having a routine, a schedule, time blocking, and having strategies in place, and goals and checkpoints. Okay, so AI is something you can utilize every day. There's always something you can use it for, in conjunction with many other tools. Okay, so you no longer have to write your descriptions. You no longer have to sit down and wonder what you're going to write about. You can now ask AI. Okay, so that's ChatGPT for you. So up top here, you have my contact info. And I think that's pretty much it for today. Yeah, so you have my contact information here. You can email me if you have any questions. You can give me a call, send me a text. I'll be more than happy to help in any way I can. And you can also book a one-on-one with me on the website, so we can hop on Zoom and see, work with your particular situations if you want. Those are absolutely free. Book a meeting with me at any time. And yeah, here's a QR code to the YouTube channel where I'll post this video. Should be up in 24 to 48 hours for you guys to watch again. Okay. Any questions before we enjoy the rest of our night? Anybody? All right. Looks like we're looking good. Thank you for tagging along with me. It was AI for you tonight, and I will see you. I think next Tuesday is the 4th of July. If so, maybe the week after. If not, I will see you next Tuesday.